Welcome back, everybody. It's I with EyeWillPlay, and I just talked about this on the live stream that we just had on Twitch while we're playing Among Us. I didn't think that the map update was going to come till probably June, and I said it live. Little did I know, in the background, just a couple hours prior, some news I didn't catch. March 31st, the new map update is coming. And right behind me, here... I don't know if I can. Here it comes. Here comes the big map update that everybody's been waiting for. Now this update just doesn't have the map, it also has some account stuff with it as well and other information. So I want to go through that to make sure that you guys know what's happening with the map, what's happening with accounts. But also I'm going to go ahead and read all the excuses. And I say excuses. Obviously, these are the real things that this team had to go through in order to get this update out to us on March 31st. But basically, all the reasons that they say why it took so long to get this update out. So let's just get into this. Let's go! Alright, so first things first, the best place to go for Among Us information is innersloth.itch.io/among-us. Or go to itch.io and type in the search engine Among Us, and it'll pull up the Among Us page. All right, and this is where you go. March 31st, the airship releases. So this is the announcement. Hi, crewmates. We know people have been excited waiting for the map. Thank you to those who have been so supportive and understanding. It's really helped us out mentally these past few months. The airship, our new and biggest map, drops March 31st, 2021. Yeah, having a little party over here. This free update will have all the new tasks, the ability to pick the room you start in, ladders, a basic account system for moderation, and more? Question mark? Some new free hats, as thanks for being so patient with us, perhaps. Eyeballs. In an effort to continue being as transparent as possible with our process, we wanted to share exactly what we've been doing and why things have taken longer than we wanted. Let's get started. Okay, we're gonna skip some of this stuff. I'll have it towards the end of the video for those of you that don't want to know all the nuances or the things or excuses or reasons why it took so long for the update. But for now, let's skip down to the map. The map. Programming tasks. All things considered, programming is one of the easier parts. You'll see why when you read further along. We've already made 3 maps, so if all we had to do was make a map for PC and mobile and release it, we might have finished it last year. But it wasn't going to be as good as we wanted, and it would have messed with the Switch launch. So we hard stopped to improve Switch launch. Thanks a lot, Switch. Approvals. Now that we're on and coming to more consoles, there's an actual approval process we have to go through with them. We can't just put out an update in 2 days anymore. That's my favorite part of the whole thing right here. When have they done an update in 2 days? When? Not anymore. Not anymore can they do updates in 2 days. Accounts and priorities. The most important thing, and I really like the accounts and priorities. This is where it hits us because I'm tired of people bombing the N-bomb, the F-bomb, coming in, being racist, horrible people griefing live streams, especially when I'm trying to play with viewers, and specifically on YouTube, not as bad on Twitch. Accounts and priorities. The most important thing for us when Among Us blew up was to ensure safety, moderation, and reporting. We consider it our responsibility to create a positive, healthy community. Thank you to our community for being excellent to each other in games. Do they know their community? That being said, we were very much aware that there was still a moderation problem we needed to tackle, and that became our priority. Go on. A proper moderation system is one that is extremely difficult and time-consuming. It's not as easy as just having a report button and having an algorithm ban something after a certain number of reports. There's a lot to consider. Go on. Servers that accounts are hosted on. Accounts need to be hosted on servers. What servers and where? How do you ensure they are safe so your accounts don't get hacked? Privacy. Do your terms of service for accounts follow privacy guidelines? Are they respectful of personal information? 3. Legal. Are accounts complying with laws from all around the globe? 4. Moderation. What should be able to be reported? How much is handled by algorithms? When it comes to moderation, is there often a lot of nuance? When should things be sent to a human? How can you prevent false reports? 5. Programming. Well, someone has to make this system happen. It's a lot of TMI, to be honest, but anyways, because of these considerations and more, accounts ended up taking longer than expected. Now here's the important part. It might have been possible to launch the airship before accounts, but we didn't want to do that. It would be wrong to launch the new map, get all hyped, and pretend like there was no issues with toxicity. So these two things needed to launch together. Now that's great if they're launching a fix with the accounts and toxicity along with the map. Their Twitter, however, if we look over here, their Twitter, the airship is coming. The new map is the biggest one yet, including all new tasks, different starting rooms, preliminary account system, and more. And there's no mention of a preliminary account system in here, so I'm not sure what preliminary account system and an account system that's going to handle issues with toxicity launched together means. We'll have to wait and see. But hey, for those of you that want to know what took them so long, why didn't they release the map right away? These are their reasons. Excuses, some people think, but these are their reasons. Now, if you guys are bored by me reading, then you're going to be really bored. So I'll try to read this quickly for you, and then we'll talk a little bit about kind of my reaction to this whole entire thing. So stay tuned for that, or skip to later on in the video when I'm talking about it. All right, so here we go. General, I'm going to try and do my best to explain everything in as few words as possible. Please remember there's a lot of nuance to any and all situations. Why did we not release a map ASAP? As soon as possible. I explained this in a bit in our last devlog 57 days ago, but among us, popularity was something no one expected and quite late into 2022. Thank you for that. We have already considered the game done and had moved on to something else. And while it may seem odd things took a few months, it's quite normal in game development, especially for a team of our size. When we work in an official capacity and need to handle various business needs, there are more legal considerations need to be put into it versus if it was just a side project or mod. Additionally, creating a map and updates isn't as simple as creating one aspect of the game and throwing it onto the PC. Because our game is cross-platform, it means everything needs to work on as many devices as possible, every kind of smartphone and its various versions, console, etc. You may have noticed most modifications to the game focus on just PC, as that makes development much easier. When a game becomes unexpectedly popular, it's great, but it brings a whole slew of other problems we were extremely new to, which I'll outline below. That being said, we're extremely grateful for all the success we found. The explanation of problems is just that, an explanation, not a complaint. Thank you for letting us be a part of your lives. Good Lord. Please let me finish this soon. Maintenance. Multiplayer online games have a lot that goes into them, especially one with as many players as Among Us. Time gets taken away from other tasks because we'll need to put out a fire somewhere else, etc. When servers go down, we get reports of hackers, etc. Because it means it often affects millions of players. These are high priorities items we need to immediately switch to fixing. The more people playing, the more things can go wrong sometimes. Hey, there's a lot less people playing now because the update didn't happen. That had to help. Hiring. Why not just hire a ton of people? Well, go on. Well, for one, we wanted to keep our close studio dynamics. Huh? The bigger the group, the more problems you run into with management, interpersonal clashes, and just overall coziness. If you worked on a group project, you know having more people isn't always necessarily a good thing, and also matters who those people are. Coziness? HR, human resources, HR, a little too cozy. Plus, when you're a smaller team, hiring is a very distracting process. For example, if Forrest, our one programmer at the time, has to be taken away from work on the map to sort through hundreds of resumes, interview a ton of programmers, and set up their employee onboarding, it takes up weeks and weeks of work and 100% of our programming power. It's called outsourcing. And it doesn't take you any time to do that. Finally, we don't want to treat our team members poorly. Properly setting up insurance, vacations, onboarding, etc. Taking care of people is a priority always. Right now, we're a team of 5, and we hope to continue staying pretty small and there's that cozy word again. That is an HR nightmare, by the way, as you get bigger, just so you know. But there are some new hires on the way too. That being said, we did bring on outside groups to help. It helped the server stabilize when we moved to multiplayer. Play everywhere made getting Switch out in 3 months possible. Dual Wield handles all the merch. Robot Teddy for business development, legal and accounting, and HR are all new partnerships that reduce the burden of running Intersloth. But these all have a different feel than hires who are going to shape the way Among Us and Intersloth work in the years to come. Daily business, so many meetings. I'm almost done. There's only 3 paragraphs left because I pretty much covered the rest in order. Oh my God. Oh my God, it's so long. The thing about being a student in corporate entities is that we actually aren't able to slap together things and release them without thinking of several other affecting factors now, even small updates. It was easier when we were just a group of 3 and there weren't really many demands of us. But now things have changed and we need to follow a more rigid process since so many people are involved. Include the fact that these things often require meetings to take hours, multiple times during the week, and that for a while, our one programmer was also doing all the non-game business stuff meant a lot. You also may have noticed how much fake Among Us merch has been out there. We had to get legal help for that, but the way IP laws work is that the only ones with the power to talk to lawyers and have things taken down are Innersloth officially. That definitely groups into the sheer amount of meetings we have and the considerations we need to make. We want to encourage fan art and totally welcome it, but we don't want corporations taking advantage or ripping off anyone. You mean they want the money in their own pockets, baby? I don't blame them. Honestly, we're also a bit tired. Since Among Us blew up late in 2020, it meant we weren't able to take a proper winter holiday, and sometimes we can end up working quite late handling things. This isn't something to be proud of at all, especially since the game industry often has a problem with crunch that we want to avoid, but we're trying to be transparent with you, and we want to be better about this. Alright, then it skips on beyond priorities, maps, accounts that we already talked about, bugs and quality. While the map was finished, it had some completely unacceptable bugs. We wanted to make sure we fixed the biggest ones that we could find at least. Oh God. Oh God, don't tell me there's way more in there that they're just going to release without the... Oh God. Why? And keep in mind, each platform has its own unique bugs. Yeah, we know. Phew. Did you actually read that all? Proud of you. I hope that helped understand our situation a little better and also show you why we're so grateful to everyone for being extremely patient with us as we learned all this. We never want to hide anything from you when you've shown us so much support. So when this map finally launches, we really hope you love it and we'll continue doing our best for you. Cheers, Victoria and the Innersloth team. Good Lord. Good Lord. That may be the longest explanation I've ever seen from any company whatsoever in regards to why it took them forever for an update that is big in their eyes, but in my opinion, not as big as they're making it sound. So my take on this. What is the take on this right now? My take on this is thank goodness they're actually going to launch something. Now, I feel like it's going to come with a lot of bugs, and hopefully they aren't game-breaking, like the glitches and everything that happened in that small update that they recently did. Hopefully this one allows us to at least play the game, and I really hope that whatever they're doing for accounts, notice the preliminary accounts that they talked about, I really hope that they're talking about something that works, and it's not just a preliminary account thing like they said on Twitter, because that does not sound promising whatsoever when it comes to actually fixing the toxicity. And I'm not talking just, hey, somebody's got a bad attitude, you know, people are poor sports at losing. I'm talking about people coming in with the N-bombs and the F-bombs and everything they can do to grief play sessions, especially in streams or in public lobbies, coming in there and completely trashing on the people and using every word in anyone's vocabulary they can to upset people, especially showing up to family-friendly servers and blistering it with all different types of language. Now keep in mind, yeah, there are censors for this, and everybody's, oh, your censors aren't on then if you're hearing this. They're on, but when you replace one letter in the N-word, or you replace one letter or two letters in the F-word, or you put them together and it's extremely racist regardless of what you say, or you replace certain things with different words, but you know exactly what they mean, exactly what they're saying, none of that should be allowed. This should be able to be reported, and it should be super, super simple for those people to at least be banned temporarily while a human looks into it to find out what the heck is going on. And I hope that means they have logs they can look at and aren't going to rely on us shooting pictures and sending them to them. That'll take forever, and they'll need a whole team of people in order to encompass that. I don't know how they're going to cover that, but I hope they figured out a way to do it. I am really looking forward to this update. I'm looking forward to people coming back to Among Us now that they know that a map update is going to happen. Time to brush up our skills, get ourselves ready again. There's going to be another boost of players coming to Among Us. I really hope this update's good, because it's really going to decide the future, in my opinion, of Among Us. If this is a botched launch, I don't think this game's going to keep on going where it's been going. If the launch comes out good, but not great, I still think that Among Us is going to stick around for a long time. And if it comes out great, Among Us could be one of the biggest games of 2021, not just 2020. But that's my reaction to it. Again, it's my opinion. I'm just glad that they got this information out to us so I could get it out to you. Please make sure you like this video so a lot more people can know what's going on with all this and get to hear all the words, not just someone's take on it. And subscribe for a whole lot more like this. Among Us, Roblox, Minecraft, important updates on games and reactions. This is the channel for you. And remember, I am streaming on Twitch. Take a look in the description below if you need more information, and take it easy, everybody. I will see you again very, very soon. Bye-bye!